Mhm. All right, y'all. So we got a promo for Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is the newest promo, and we just gonna react to it. We gonna see what this promo is all about. So let's get into it.
Você nunca desistiu. Nunca se rendeu. Eu também não vou. Esse é o meu poder. Minha responsabilidade. Eu sou o Spider-Man.
Okay. First off, there's a lot we gotta analyze.
Eu também nunca se rendeu.
But screw it. So, all right. So it looks like we opened up the promo with Venom like just body slam. I think that's Peter. Yeah, Peter. So we do know that we are going to get like the symbiote is gonna hop onto somebody else, obviously. Like we obviously know that. That we obviously know, right? But there's something very interesting, and this is what I've been saying for like a while now on my TikToks. So when Miles goes in for the Venom blast and whatnot, you see Venom grab him, but you don't see Peter, right? Like you don't see Peter, like at all. You don't see him at all. But why I believe we don't see Peter is because at this point in this moment, this is Peter. Like this Venom right now, this is Peter. Like that this is what I believe this scene is referencing. Because we do know that Miles is gonna wind up fighting Peter in the black suit. So, and if you look at like the, like the body shape and structure, it's very resemblance to Peter. But also, if you've been keeping up with the game and whatnot, like watching all the interviews and all the hints that they've been dropping, they've been talking about how the symbiote really affects Peter and how he goes over the edge and does something super drastic and finally goes over the edge, right? But also from people who have played the game, they say like this story is remaking Venom's greatest hits. So such as the 90s story with Venom, Raimi, all that. Like all of that, right? Now, I do believe that this is a Miles versus Peter boss fight here. Because you see in the next shot, like, first off, he ain't gotta throw Miles like that. I'm not gonna lie. Then you get this next shot with Peter looking at Aunt May's grave. So I believe we are going to see like, like maybe a cut scene or whatever of Peter going to Aunt May's grave and feeling like he can't do this anymore, but then go back to Aunt May's grave to remind him why he does it. Which arguably this is a beautiful shot. But we ain't gonna act like the fact that they ain't freaking made this man look like Tom Holland though. Like you can't tell me that's not what they were going for, bro. Like come on now. The hair, the face. Come on now. Again, I don't got a problem with the face model. It does look like he shows more emotion here because they upgraded the face a little bit. Because I know one of the problems I had with them facing a remaster is that in certain scenes it showed like face emotion, but it didn't show like, for example, Aunt May dying. Like Aunt May dying at the end of the game. Like Ben John, whatever his name is, his facial like reaction didn't really fit versus John Bumiak, where it showed a lot of emotion. But yeah, no, this scene is clean right here. And then we get more Venom scenes right here, which Venom looks terrifying. And and we see him throwing Peter. So we do know that there is going to be a point in the game where Peter may wind up, like, Peter winds up getting the symbiote off, obviously, and it's 99% going, it's gonna 100% go to somebody else. Now, a lot of people are saying Harry's Venom, but I'm like, it's not gonna be Harry and whatnot, which is why I'm like, for one part of the game, to a good majority of it, Peter's going to turn into Venom and whatnot, and then probably, because I still don't believe the symbiote's gonna go Harry, after that, after Peter gets it off, it's most likely gonna go to Norman Osborn. Like, it's probably gonna go to Norman. If it doesn't go to Norman, then I'll say it probably go to Kraven. Dang. Yeah, so you see we got the May Parker grave right there. Which, this is the Spanish version of the promo. We didn't get the English version yet. Then we get Miles. And I believe that is, yep, Jefferson. So we get Miles picking up his mask with Jefferson, picture of him and his father. Also reminding him on why he became Spider-Man and why he does it. And then we get this cool shot of Miles and Peter jumping down, which seems to be like, probably like them just jumping down into going to fight Venom, or most likely probably the beginning of the game. So I love this shot right here, and I love the music score. And this is, okay, I want to make this very clear, because my friend Ace seems to, like, not understand that, like, yes, throughout recent history, like, Venom's weakness was sound when he first got introduced. Then it was fire, and then it became like, and then it was electricity. Right now, I keep saying this to everyone. Venom's weaknesses are sound, electricity, and fire, right? Those are his weaknesses. Now, Venom can adapt to them, which I believe currently he's adapted to, like, I believe it's the fire weakness that he's adapted to. It's either fire or, actually no, I don't think it's fire, because if he would have adapted to fire, then the Carnage symbiote would have adapted to fire too. So yeah, no, I think it's sound. I think it's the sound that he's adapted to, where it's like, it does still affect him, but not as much when, like, his first time. I gotta go back and look at it, but the symbiotes do wind up adapting, like, to their weaknesses. But in this universe, it looks like we got sound and electricity. So we do know that Miles is going to wind up taking Venom on, and that bioelectricity is going to be the key to taking him down and stomping him. Then we get this cool shot of Peter with his mechanical arms and going just head on, which I believe is going to be at Venom, or maybe even at an enemy. Yeah, no, it's at Venom. I'm tweaking. Then we get this cool shot of Peter pulling down his mask, and then transition right to Miles. Like, that's as clean as hell, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Then we get this gorgeous, crispy, magnificent, ultimate, amazing, spectacular shot of both Peter, Miles, and Venom, which I believe that is the Brooklyn Bridge. Like it's been over damn near like 23 years since I've been to New York, but I believe that is the Brooklyn Bridge. But I love this shot here. Look, bro, Venom looks so freaking good, bro. He looks so good. Like, he looks so good. Now, again, I do believe that this is going to either wind up being Norman or Kraven that is behind this symbiote at this point in the game. Because we do know Peter's going... I do know for a fact that Peter is going to be Venom or become Venom, and we're going to be able to play as him. Then it's going to go to somebody else, and it's going to be Peter and Miles both fighting whoever is in that symbiote. But the thing is, you gotta... I say I'm leaning more towards Norman. Right, I'm leaning more towards Norman because they say Peter in a PlayStation blog post. They say in this story, they wrote this story to the point to where when Peter has the symbiote, he does something super drastic that pushes him over the edge, right? So, if I wanted to take a guess, I would probably say either he winds up offing Harry by accident, or he winds up offing MJ. But I want to say, and listen, I believe MJ's going to die in this game. And while I would want him, Peter, to be the one to accidentally do it, but looking at it, it's like, I honestly believe that Norman, or not Norman, Harry would probably wind up dying somehow due to Peter's ignorance and, rage to him becoming Venom. And then Norman's going to see that and have even a more reason to hate Spider-Man. And that hatred towards Spider-Man, that symbiote's going to feel that hatred. It's going to attach itself to Norman. Peter and Miles going to wind up fighting Venom / Norman. Then once he loses the symbiote, this gives him a reason to push himself to the Goblin Green. And we get one more final boss fight where it's Peter fighting Green Goblin. Green Goblin beats him. And then Green Goblin escapes, saving him for the third game. Then we get this gorgeous, spectacular shot of Peter and Miles jumping towards Venom. Look at my boy Miles like, I'm ready. Peter like, let's do this. PlayStation.